example on page 75. Here we are looking at our similar triangles, or similar rectangles, ABCD and WDYX. And we're going to find the length of DY. To find the length of DY, we need to compare corresponding side lengths. As we can see, side AB corresponds with WD. We also see that BC corresponds with DY. And since the ratios of the length of corresponding sides and similar figures are equal, we can write a proportion AB over WD equals DC over DY. So again, we're writing the ratio with our corresponding sides. Each ratio in the proportion compares the side length in one rectangle to the corresponding side length in the other. That is, the proportion compares side lengths between the two rectangles. 6 over 18 would show a comparison of side lengths AB and WD. We said that equals 24 over DY. Again, two additional corresponding sides. Now you can use any of the three methods that we've talked about in order to solve the proportion. So again, remember, we can scale up or scale down. We can use cross product. Or we can multiply by the value of the ratio. In the example, they used the technique with a method of scaling up. So 6 times 4 gave us 24. Therefore, we multiplied 18 times 4 to get the length of DY as being 72 units. Let's look at example 12 on page 80. You should have already answered this question, but let's look at it together. Letter A says, identify corresponding sides and angles between the two triangles. Alright, so let's start with understanding the way in which our triangles in this case are named allows us to determine which sides are proportional or corresponding. So we see first that FU corresponds with DI. We see that UB corresponds with ID, and we see that FB corresponds with DB. So again, we see that FU corresponds with DI, UB corresponds with ID, and SB corresponds with DB. Now looking at our corresponding angles. Again, corresponding angles are shown within the way our figures are named. They are the ones that are basically set equal to one another, similar to one another. So angle F and angle D are similar. Angle U and angle I are also corresponding. And angle B and angle D are corresponding. Question B says, determine the measures of angles D and B. Let's talk about what we do know. We know that angle B is 38 degrees. Since angle B and angle D are corresponding, that means that angle B also measures 38 degrees. We see that angles U and I are both 90-degree angles. That is indicated with the box that we see indicating the right angle within our right triangle. So we're left to figure out F and D. So we can go ahead and write that angle B is 38 degrees because it has a corresponding angle that is congruent to it. To figure out D, we need to understand the sum of the measures of a triangle equals 180 degrees. knowing that 90 plus 38 gives us a total of 128 degrees. We can subtract 128 from 180 to find our missing angle measure, which is 52 degrees. So both angle G and angle F are 52 degrees. Now let's find the side lengths of side FB and IB. So we're going to begin by writing a ratio of FB over DB. That is our ratio, and we can see that up here. So FB is what we do not know. That's what we're looking for. That is going to go over the measure of DB, which is 10. We set that equal to another ratio that we have. The ratio where we're given the side length would be SU and DI. SU is 3 over DI, which is 6. Now we can solve this by finding the cross product. That is 1 method. 6 times x equals 3 times 10. 6x equals 30, which means that our missing side length is 5 units. So side FB is 5 units. Now let's look at IB. So here we're going to write a ratio of UB, which is 4, over IB, which is what we're missing. We set that equal to the ratio that we have numbered for, or side length for, which is SU, 3, over IB, or DI, which is 6. We cross multiply or find cross product. 3 times x equals 4 times 6. 3x equals 24. So x equals 8. So that means that side IB is 8 units. This is how we find the missing measures and missing side lengths using similar